Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, celebrity interviews, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Now celebrating 17 years of broadcasting success, here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
And welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again, both for our radio audience here in Mississippi at WYAD 94.1 FM and WYADonline.com. We're glad that you all could be with us. Also, just tuning in to our online affiliates around the world, including our friends at iHeartRadio and Amazon Music Podcasts. We're glad you all could be with us as well. Well, we definitely know all of us have been impacted by the pandemic over the past year and a half, but small businesses have definitely been impacted as well. Well, Capital One has been staying on the pulse of what matters most to them. In their recent Capital One business survey, they were able to talk to small business owners about the things that they're most concerned about as we are continuing to reopen, but also the uncertainty that may be there and also what may be top of mind for them. Here to tell us more about the findings of the survey, I'm excited to welcome Zainep Mahmoud to our program. Zainep is the director for Capital One Business. We're going to talk to Zainep not only about the findings, but also where you all can go to find out how Capital One is helping small businesses today. Zainep, thank you so much for the time. I really appreciate it.
Sure, my pleasure.
So as I mentioned, the Capital One is known for being able to stay connected with small businesses, and these surveys definitely give us a great indicator. What were some of the key takeaways for you, Zainep, when it came to the survey about how small businesses are feeling right now?
Yes, so the biggest takeaway is that small business owners are very optimistic about the future. Nearly 3/4 of respondents told us that their businesses' financial positions are either in the same position as pre-COVID or better than pre-COVID levels, which is an exceptional achievement coming out of the pandemic. Nearly 70% of respondents told us that they're actually expecting to see their sales increase over the next 6 months, and they're actively investing in growing their businesses. So it's a great feat coming out of the last year and a half.
That is great news, especially as we're going throughout the remainder of this year, Zainep. That is very encouraging news. But even with that outlook, what are some of the concerns that they seem to have as they're preparing for the upcoming holiday season?
Yeah, great question. So 3 things are top of mind for small business owners. The first is honestly inflationary risk. They're really unsure how inflation will impact consumer demand for their goods and services, or how that'll impact their cost of goods. The second is hiring. Nearly 1/3 of respondents told us that over the last 3 months, they have really struggled to hire for their open roles. And frankly, that could really have an impact to their sales forecasts in the future. And the last really big concern that's top of mind is supply chain impact. Everything from sourcing their raw materials and goods down to shipping delays for their consumers. They're still trying to get back to pre-pandemic operations, and it's been quite challenging.
Well, I definitely have seen that even in my area, that companies, it seems like chicken wings are a big deal right now. It is hard to find them anywhere.
Yes.
Well,
right.
I think those are some interesting concerns that they have as they're kind of going throughout the rest of this time. So how are small business owners then feeling about the role that they should play in addressing the social justice issues? That also has been top of mind for a lot of people, the unrest that we've kind of seen. What are they seeing as far as what they need to do in that area?
Yeah, so as you can imagine, businesses, both large and small, last year were really grappling with how they should really either should they speak out in support of some of these social justice issues or not. Our respondents from our survey were really split on this, where literally half of them said small business owners do not have a place in these conversations. And the other half thought that small business owners actually have quite a significant influence and should speak up. I will say, of the small business owners who chose to speak up quite publicly in support of some of those movements last year, an overwhelming majority found really positive reception, both from their customers and from their local communities.
Interesting. So it really shows that what is happening in the community is definitely impacting what's happening with businesses. And I think one of the things we saw, Zainep, is how people were holding businesses even accountable, expecting them to be able to take a stand. And so it's going to be interesting to be able to watch. Yeah. So I mentioned that Capital One is known for these surveys, kind of keeping a pulse with the small business owners. What is Capital One doing, Zainep, to support small businesses during this time?
Yes, so we at Capital One are very passionate about helping small businesses. We know that they are the cornerstone of our national economy, our local economies, and frankly, our local communities. So we're doing a number of things to support them. The first is we already offer an array of financial products, services, and digital tools that are specifically crafted for small businesses. We also have a completely free virtual library of educational resources, videos, and articles that are really aimed at helping small business owners pivot from the survival mode that they've been in for the last year and a half to really start to think about growth. And lastly, we invest quite heavily in working with nonprofits who focus specifically on small businesses, as well as community development financial institutions, to not only provide educational resources for small businesses, but also financial resources as well.
Love that, and we appreciate all that Capital One does. Again, everyone, Zainep Mahmoud has been our guest. Zainep, how can our audience stay connected? Where can they go for more information about Capital One and also what they're offering for small businesses?
Yes, literally CapitalOne.com is where they can go to find our virtual library, our financial tools and resources right there.
All right. Well, Zainep, thank you so much again for stopping by. I really appreciate the time and looking forward to speaking with you again.
Yes, thank you.
Hey, more than welcome. And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live. Now let's go make today amazing. Take care.